All right, welcome to Aquaponics 101, Phase 1, setting the tank up. I've got some lava rock and some pea gravel that I've rinsed off and got cleaned up as best I could because out of the bag it's a little nasty. And then I got that all cleaned up, put it in the tank. Now you can fill the water up first and then put the rocks in there. But if there is sediment and stuff, it will, get in the water. But either way, it's going to get filtered out over time. This way, I basically am not shuffling anything up. I'm just doing a siphon from the bucket to the tank, so that way my rocks aren't getting shuffled around, scratching the glass, or having the potential to break it. But the good news is this whole setup I've got right here was $35. Included a couple pumps, a light, a fish light just for... it could be used for aquaponics, but you'll notice the light from above. That's a nice grow light that I got. That's a Parfax is the brand, and I've had it for about 5 years. But anyway, what I'm going to do is slowly fill this up. Unfortunately, it's just, it goes as fast as the siphon will go. Now, understand, I do have filtration on my house, so it is filtered water, but it is out of the tap, and so it's not 100% distilled water or whatever. And the good news is I'm using bluegill perch in my systems just because A, they're free, B, they're hardy, and that's what I like to use. Now, if you already have a fish tank, it's another story. I'll do a video on that later of how not to kill all your fish, basically. And it basically starts by making sure you have clean water. And I like to start something like this, and I'll show in that other video how to just cycle your system so that way it gets cleaned out and it gets the appropriate bacteria in there and gets things started. You can also start your plants in there in the pre-cycle stage, if you will, before you set it up on top of your tank. That way you've got some filtration basically. But if you've already got a full system that has filtration and all that in it, then it makes it a little bit easier. The only thing you don't want is the pollutants from the rocks. So you want to sanitize your rocks, maybe even boil them to make sure that you don't get, mold and bacteria and etc. And then also I like to do what I call a cycle, and just let it cycle through water for a while just to get, acclimated, if you will. You can also put conditioners in, etc. But in this case, I basically got it filled up. I won't show the last bucket, so it's 2 buckets to fill it up to a little bit below the rim, and then I just dump the rest in there, and so there it is at the top. And then I put some colored gravel in just for fun, and then my little filter on the side, some Jesus, and we're ready to go. Next step.